Hello gorgeous, this is Melanie here from Makeup by Melanie B, and I'm going to discuss foundation color matching today. As a pharmacy beauty influencer, we have a lot of foundations to choose from, and I have a lot that I can use to color match you if you need a foundation. The difficult part of that is that when you live in Iowa and I live in South Carolina, I'm not there to actually try on these colors for you, these foundations. It doesn't matter what foundations you're using. Like if you're using other products, other brands or whatever, this technique should work for any of those. So I figured this video would kind of be a universal video. It's not just about the pharmacy foundations, but I'm going to use our foundations as an example of what to do to color match yourself. Let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you what I have today to work with to demonstrate this technique, and let you kind of be the judge on which one you think looks best on my skin based on this technique. We're going to use the VFX Pro foundation as our examples today. I have 3 sample packs with me, and I also have the one that I own. Now we need to make sure that the one that I own is the right shade for me. So I'm going to try 00, 01, and 02. And I also have 04 right here. First of all, what you want to do is you're not going to come down here and put foundation on your neck. People will say, match your neck. The problem with matching your neck is that you don't have as much sun on your neck as you will on your face. But if you match your face right here where the most color is, then it's gonna be too dark down here, and you're gonna have that like demarcation line. You know what I'm talking about? Like where you go out and you feel like you have a mask on. So what we're trying to do is avoid that too dark, too light, depending on where the foundation is on your face. So what you're gonna do is you're always going to use your jawline, but you're gonna start on your face and you're gonna bring it down a little bit to your neck. And whichever one matches the closest here is one that you're gonna want to purchase. We also want to use natural light. So you see me right now with a ring light and an aught light and a Ricky mirror and some light coming in from this side. So although that is great lighting, it is not natural light. Your color may change when you're in natural light. So what we like to do is after we do the swatching, then we're gonna go to the window and we're gonna look at those in natural light. That is the key to matching your foundation. I want to make sure I'm doing these in order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 00, 01, 02, and 04 on my face. And then you guys are going to look and tell me what you think. And then I'm going to take myself to the window, and I'll take my phone to the window, and we will look and determine which one of these is my color. 00 is our lightest shade. So if you're extremely fair, this is probably going to be your choice, but this one is 00. And I'm just going to bring it down a little bit, like I said. And you can see right off the bat how fair that is on me. Now, I normally am super fair skinned when I don't have sun, but I now have, as I've gotten older, a little rosacea, some redness and discoloration. My skin's not even, I've got dark circles. So I have all these other things that are coming into play when I choose a foundation. So, that's why it's more important to match on the jawline, because if I match here, it's gonna be so dark here, But after that settles and dries is when we want to really look at it. This one is 01, and it's going to be a lot darker than this, and probably even darker, like I said, than my 04. But the tone is what I'm really looking for, and the shades. There's 2 things that I'm watching for. This one, 01. Now see how yellow that is right off the bat? 00 is more of my tone, but it's just super light. 01 is super yellow. That's a good way to look at it. Okay, so now let's go in with 02. See how much darker that one is? Wow. I may have, let me try that again. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I didn't get as much on that side as I did when I did 01. I don't even know where I put it. Okay. So let's put that a little bit more. I want to make sure I can see it better. Now, if that turns orange on me, then it's the wrong tone. It might be the right shade, you know, because it's matching really well as far as like the shade of my face. But I want to make sure the tone is right. Now, this is a cool tone in 04. So because it's a cool tone and I have cool tone skin, then this one might match better for shade and tone. Y'all forgive my hair. I mean, I'm a week late on a haircut and my hair grows an inch a month. So there ain't no telling what this crap's gonna look like in a month or two. I'm gonna be cutting it myself. My next Amazon order is gonna be some shears and a razor. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this is 04. This is the one that I actually use. Now I'm gonna let it set for a second. Like I said, I want it to, you know, settle in. You can see this is kind of darkening a little bit. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna let that set. Now, I also can combine two different foundations. If I'm somewhere in between, I can use a little pump of 2 and a little pump of 4 and put those together, and I have the perfect color for my skin. I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to spend that kind of money. You know, I get it. I would say purchase the one that is the closest to your skin tone to start with. And if at some point you know, want to change and add a little bit of color to that, you can always get that second one. Don't feel like you got to do it all at one time. But, all right. So now that these have set into my skin, good tone, too light. Yellow, gross. A little more orangey. Right tone, and it looks like it's settling to not be super light. But I want to take my phone to the window like I talked about, and we're going to look at this again. Okay, this is 4. This is 2. Y'all ignore the mess behind me. We're moving, or we've been packing. This is 01. And that is 00. Now, you see in the natural light how different these look. One is actually not bad over here, but I feel like if I get it up here on my cheeks, that it's gonna be super light. 00 doesn't look as light here in the natural light as it does when I'm sitting in front of my regular light. Okay, so I don't want my face to look muddy, which, you know, sounds kind of like, what? If it's too dark. So what we're gonna do now is our second part of this test is to take these swatches off and then put the 2 that are the closest from here down, just so I can see if they, like if the 4 washes me out and the 2 looks good up here, then I could combine them, put the 2 here, the 4 here, but we're gonna work on that. And I'm gonna show you how it looks once I've done that. So let's go on this side with number 2, this side with number 4. And I'm gonna use a blender that's dry just to get this pushed into my skin. Now I do blend it down onto my neck, but I'm not coming all the way down here. But I don't want it to look harsh here and then, you know, light here. I want it to kind of blend a little bit. Now I like the shade of that. I don't feel like it's too dark, but the tone of it looks a little yellow to me. So let's try the 04 on this side. So beautiful. Okay, so let's compare what we think here. Now, like I said, I feel like this tone is the right tone because this one makes me look a little yellow. The only thing that I am unsure of is that the 04 is a little tiny bit light. Now, it looks really good on the jawline. You notice I don't have like that separation of where my foundation and my neck are. The only thing I want to watch for is that if it's too light, your pores will show more. You can see how the foundation will settle in your pores. If you notice that your pores are showing with your foundation, it's probably because your foundation is a little bit too light. So what I could do is I'm going to wash this off. I'm going to add a little bit of that 2 to my 4, and let's see if we can get like a perfect color for me. We're pretty close right now with 4. I just got Scentsy wipe in my eye. Corner of that wipe just went into my eye. I mean, they are, you know, safe for sensitive eyes and stuff, but daggum, it doesn't mean you put it in your eyeball. Shoot. I was wiping here in the corner, just like flat on my eye. Okay, clean skin again. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prime, because this is gonna be my foundation for the day while I'm doing some videos. I'm gonna go ahead and just try the 4 with a little bit of the 2 mixed with it and see how I feel about that skin tone after I'm done with that. I'm putting on primer. I'm using the VFX Purple, which is the creamier one of the 2. So let's mix our foundations. If, like I said earlier, if I was gonna just pick one of these, if I could only afford to get one, I would go with the 04. If I got sun, if I've been out in the sun and I'm getting darker, then, you know, I would go and add a darker color to my 04 to make sure it's right for my skin. But for right now, the 04 is gonna be, if I had to choose one, the one that I would go with. But let's go ahead and, like I said, we're gonna mix them together, and we'll put a pump and a half of 4, and I'm gonna take the 02 and just put, and I'm gonna show you what I got here, a little bit of that with it. So that's like a half a pump, if I had a pump to go with it. And we're gonna mix that together and see what we think about this overall. I really wish my blender was damp right now. I've learned that the damp blenders usually work a little better with smoothing, but we're gonna do with what we got right now. I think that actually is the right color. Let's go back to the window and make sure. Okay, I think in the natural light, that was just as good. You don't see any of that dark or harsh line here. It blended nicely down into my neck. So that's what I'm gonna go with for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and call this video is done. And you guys keep watching, because I'm coming back with some other videos. I'm gonna offer you a few other techniques today. So continue to watch, but I appreciate you being here for this particular video. I hope this was helpful. I really hope that you guys have learned the best way to color match your skin, regardless of what brand you're using. Okay, have a wonderful day. Thank you as always for watching.